Hello everyone and welcome back to Elegant Blooms by Emma. And today we're going to be talking about the space that you need for starting seeds. And we're also going to be putting up another shelf for seed starts. So the first thing that you're going to want to determine is the amount of space that you have at your house or greenhouse to determine how much seeds you are able to start. Many people start their seeds on shelves like this, and we have just this one, but we had to get another one this year so we have enough room to be able to put all of our plug trays on for the amount of plants that we're going to be growing. Depending on the amount of space that you have will determine what shelves that you need to get. There's many different ones on Amazon or online or at Walmart, which is where we found this black plastic one that we're going to be using. I found these at Walmart for $50. You can also make yours. A lot of people custom make theirs to fit the space that they need for the amount of plants that they're starting. That's another good way to get shelves. And basically you just got to make sure that you have enough space in your house and you set back enough shelving space to fit all of your plug trays that will have your seed starts on it. Next thing that you're going to want to consider is where in your house would be the best place to start seeds. It's recommended to start them in a cool area that's not very humid and preferably has some light. But again, we're using grow lights, which I have not gotten my new grow lights in yet. Hopefully they're going to be coming in today or tomorrow, which I will show you guys that in a separate video. But normally people use grow lights to help their seeds germinate, but you can also just use the sunlight from a window if you would like. We've done that in the past, but what you will run into is you'll see that your plants will start to stretch a little. They'll be a little longer and have more of a longer stem, and their plant will get a little longer because they're trying to stretch to get the sunlight, because they are struggling to get the amount of sunlight that they need. So that's why a lot of people use grow lights in growing their seed starts. But you can also use a window that has sunlight come in through it, but you're just going to have to watch and see how much your plant stretches, because if it starts stretching, you're probably going to want to get it under a grow light, because that can affect the way the plant grows as it gets older and matures into the flower or plant that it is. And then the space in your house that you want is a cool space, because you don't want it to be too hot, because some seeds need it to just be around 50 to 60 degrees to germinate. And so if you put it in a hotter room in your house, then it will not germinate as well as it would in a more cooler space that is the right temperature that it needs to germinate. So I'm starting my seeds down in our basement that we have, and I'm going ahead and starting them in front of two different windows, so then they do have some natural light to help them. But I am going to be putting grow lights on each of these shelves to make sure that my plants don't stretch at all, but I'm still putting them by a more sunnier space in our basement, so then they do have some access to the sunlight. So if you have a basement, I highly recommend starting your seeds there. If you do not have a basement, you could start them in a den if you have any place like that, or some people start them in a closet, or even some people do them in their living room or not. You're just going to have to watch and make sure that the room doesn't get too hot for the plant. So now I'm going to set up my new shelf and take things out of the shelf because we've used it for a storage area. So I'm going to take some of these things out and set this one up. Okay, I got this shelf all cleaned out, and all I have on here are some of my plug trays that I have and some mini pots that we're gonna have to transplant some broccoli and tomato and pepper plants into that were from Mom's last year that we had. But this year we're reusing them, and we're gonna be putting some tomatoes and stuff in them when the tomatoes outgrow the plug trays. And then the rest of the things that you saw me take off are things that we use for our farmers market, which is not going to be starting until the summertime. So those I'm going to have to transfer into a tote, and I'm probably just going to put the tote over in the corner. So now let's open and put together this shelf. Let's see how long it takes me to do this. I'm going to try my best, but I might have to call in for help. My little brother might have to help me. We'll gently tap with a rubber mallet. I don't have a rubber mallet. I have a hammer. Assemble 4 of the feet. What is that? I don't think I'm doing it right. The instructions are sticky. Matthew! Do you know where a hammer is? This is definitely a blue job, but we can make it a pink job today. Positive thinking. I think he has the hammer. This is going to be hard. It says adjust feet into each hole, gently tap with a rubber mallet if needed.
Gently.
I'm trying to do it gently. We're calling in the big guns. The instructions are sticky.
That's stupid.
Does it look pretty good?
Yeah, it's okay. What's this?
What is that?
I don't know. I asked you.
It's a bracket times 2. Wait, it's setting in. Oh, I'm so excited.
Don't always have to follow the instructions.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's stuck on me. This is fun. Here's
Ow.
yours. Are you okay?
Stepped on that good thing.
wait, what about these?
They don't have to do anything. They go in, yeah, they go in there. That's it.
All right. Thanks, Matthew.
Yep. Bye, everybody. Subscribe, like, and subscribe.
So, after some help with my little brother Matthew, we got our new shelf set up. And it took a little while, but we got it. Luckily, he was here because it's clearly taller than me. I like this one, and so I couldn't really reach the top. Short girl problems. But that's okay. So now I'm just going to show you guys some of my plug trays that I am going to be using and what I recommend getting for your seed starting. So to start, the normal one that a lot of people know about or get is the 72 count plug tray. These come in many different like plug sizes. They can be small, big, they can be square, they can be circle. A lot of people use the 72. So we have some 72 counts. And then the next one that we have is a 128. So this is a kind of a more, not as common as a 72, and the other one that I have is not as common, but people still use these. 128 plugs in here. So it's just so you can plant more flowers at once and save space. And then finally, we have a 288 plug tray. So this has 288 different holes to put plants in. And these are a lot smaller holes. So these are highly recommended for your more smaller seeds. So snapdragons are a really smaller seed. Some filler seeds like baby's breath, things like that, their seeds are also really smaller. So it's recommended to start them in a more smaller plug and then let their roots develop, and then you can transplant them into a 72. The 128 one is more for your medium-sized flowers, seeds, and again, just to save some space. And then the 72 is basically to transplant the smaller ones. So mainly mine are going to be in the 128. The smaller seeds are going to be in here, and then I'm going to transplant them into the 72 count. So we got all of these at a local Amish supply store, and we're obviously going to need to get a lot more plug trays. But we got these from there. You can get them online. There's a website called Greenhouse Megastore, and it has a bunch of gardening supplies, and it's a lot in bulk. And you can order from there. And Amazon probably has some different things like that that you can get any of this stuff from, and it'll work just fine. For now, this is how I'm setting up my seed starting area and what plug trays I'm using. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to continue following along, and give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment if you have any questions about anything. Thanks for watching. Jesus loves you. Bye.